Let me know if this is working. Let me know if I have 2 live streams going right now. Hello, hello, hello. Let me know if you can hear me and see me, because I think I got 2 live streams going. I'll just wait. Am I on? But it's just 1 live stream, right? Not 2. Just checking. Okay. Welcome to the Psychic News Network. It is it's a day. It's a day of a lot of things. Okay, cool. I just want to make sure there weren't 2 live streams going. Welcome to the Psychic News Network. I'm Annette Dion. I'm the host and founder of the Psychic News Network, and my job is to help us go through the news together and give you my psychic perception of the news. I was trying to remember what I said on Friday before we left our story on Friday. I do know that I said if something shocking happens, I'd be back. So I did do a video that I uploaded yesterday. And I showed you the sunset. Hannibal Lecter, man, it's just like with what happened in Israel, we were right in the middle of our Grassroots of Democracy meeting. So it was Saturday afternoon. And I'm just kind of flipping through the news during our work time, and I see the attack on Israel, and I don't know. I don't know what to think. So, let me know what's on your mind, how your day was, how you holding up. Oh yeah, I'm glad you caught the sunset. I am doing my best to uplift the energy vibration, and so we're going to use our fun cards. Can you see my setup here? Because I have a different... No, Betty Bunny is still there. I have a different view. We are praying for peace. Keep praying for peace. Is that what I said? Ms. Laurie said, is that the violence that I saw? Well, I really think that it was, because let's just recap. If you watch my videos, the ones that are under videos and under the lives, those are the ones that, for the time being, while the weather's still nice, I'm doing them from outside. So on Thursday, I went out to, it's called Halibut Point State Park, a really beautiful high vibration, speaking of high vibrations, really high vibration park. And I was just picking up on this really scary energy, and with all that was going on with crazy fascist Trump and all the fascist Republicans and Kevin McCarthy being ousted and having a very unstable government, with all that was going on, I was feeling this real heaviness, and that's why I went out there, so I could, give you an uplifting message, for an uplifting vibration, even though the message wasn't that uplifting. But it was really heavy on Thursday, and I attributed it to what I was reading on, which was more about the United States. And I was kind of terrified. And then, the terrorists, Hamas, I mean, if you think there's not evil in the world, thank you, Barbara, there is. I mean, it's really hard in humanity when you don't really feel like there's anything that you can do. And I know it sounds crazy, but from an energy standpoint, the more you can bring your energy up to laughter and fun and just being happy, that actually helps the collective energy. And I know it's counter to how we really feel. Roberta's back! Yeah, so if you check out Church of Spirituality from last night, and I mean from yesterday, and I hope that you do, At the end, I read a Mahatma Gandhi quote that was really helpful, and kind of said that these tyrants, this kind of thing doesn't last forever. They always fall. You watched a video earlier this year where they said they saw major upheaval and chaos in our government. It's now here. Was it mine? You heard the Dems are destroying California? Thank you, Electra Stormwatch Church yesterday. I need more views on my church. Well, I need more views anyway. Twitter is now a Russian misinformation machine. I would agree with that. For entertainment purposes only, what just happened with Hamas, with these horrifying, all attacks are horrifying. This too shall pass. It's right on my arm. For entertainment purposes only, this has been brewing for a long time, and Bon Blue says her guess as a Republican said that the Democrats are screwing up California. Well, yeah, they definitely have. What went on with Hamas, it was very much like a 9/11. Supposedly nobody saw it coming. Yeah, thank you, Sandy. Watch comedy, lift your vibration somehow. Send money to send aid. Oh, I knew it was somebody important's birthday today. It's John Lennon's birthday. Thank you. I was racking my brain. Whose birthday is it? I knew it wasn't somebody that I knew personally. It was very much like 9/11. Very much like 9/11. I mean, you can't even imagine being at a concert, having a good time, dancing into the night, and and these terrorists come and take you away. So anyway, I think I'm going to pull the animal cards to start. Can I believe his older wife is still alive? I'm getting a little lost in the chat because there's so much. Oh, Egypt warned about the attack. I know, we all need to just sing. I wish we could all be together and have a group hug. Kevin Marshmallow McCarthy now says he's willing to be speaker again? Is it because of the attack? Blonde Blue is saying you had an earthquake yesterday in Washington State. Yeah, we've been talking about that. Happy birthday, Marby. Did anybody else hear that that Kevin McCarthy was interested in running for speaker again? Because I knew he was thinking about it. I just wonder if he decided that already today. All right, let's do a virtual hug. Ready? On the count of 3. You ready? We need it. Pretend we're physically together. You guys all heard that. Okay. We'll get to Kevin Marshmallow. I guess we're gonna start talking about him again. 1. We're doing a virtual group hug. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Virtual group hug. Send it out. We're all hugging. You feel it? Do you guys feel the virtual hug? Hug! Hug! Oh my gosh, I can feel that. I feel better. I am not imagining that. I totally felt that. Wow. That was warm. We're all connected and we're all psychic too. Since somebody mentioned Kevin Marshmallow Jellyfish, hostage of the House McCarthy, I probably shouldn't use the word hostage right now. So we'll just call him Kevin Marshmallow Jellyfish McCarthy. After he got ousted, I got this really strong feeling that he was thinking that he wasn't done. Remember, I read on it on Friday. So even though he said he wasn't going to run again, I just kind of had this feeling that he would. And I think that the impetus to go ahead and put his hat in the ring may have come with this crisis that we're in with no speaker. And Julie's saying she'd prefer Kevin to the other options, and I understand what you mean. I understand what you mean. No, he won't, Warren. He won't be reelected. I mean, I can check the pendulum. But we need a government that works. And yeah, all the crisis points back to Trump. That's true. That's true. And we'll get into that a little bit for entertainment purposes only. Is Kevin McCarthy going to be re-elected to be Speaker of the House? Is that a thing that's going to happen? No. I'm getting a no. It would take a long time, John. It would take 25 or more tries. Let me just tell you that the situation in Israel, Netanyahu had been successful at really having a divided country. That's what I'm talking about right now, Warren. Netanyahu, they were vulnerable. A lot of the reason that they were more vulnerable was that their government had gotten weak because the people didn't like what was going on with Netanyahu. Excuse me, I'm getting all choked up. So we really, the thing that's really scary is that we're all messed up. Our government's all messed up right now. He'd been warned, Netanyahu had been warned but wouldn't listen. Yeah. Thank you, Patty. We'll pull 3 cards on Kevin. Can't talk today. Remember last week I asked you all if anyone was having trouble sleeping? We felt something coming. But it's just that what was going on last week was, that was visible, what was going on in our government. The warning came from the Saudis, of all people. How did they know? It's a tangled web, but what's going on in Israel and the Middle East with Hamas and Palestine and Israel and that insanity, it's a tangled web, but it's all interconnected, and I bet you Jack Smith knows how it's connected. There's a lot of strings that go to who. Guess who I'm talking about? There's a lot of strings that go to. Remember, he was showing the Iran war plans in case we went to war with Iran, sharing our secrets. There's a lot of strings that go right to Trump and Putin. Same thing. You guys are with me. You're following along. We're one mind. This is about Kevin Marshmallow. Well, Kevin Marshmallow is going to make a case for, I see him standing up and making a case for making him Speaker of the House. Thank you, Ann, for looking out for me. The Page of Swords. He's going to make a case. I see Kevin McCarthy getting up and making a case for why he would like to step in and be Speaker of the House. Dancing Warrior can't seem to shake the feeling of impending doom. Well, I don't think it's impending. So I do see Kevin vying for the Speaker position again, riding on that we need to have a Speaker of the House before we can have any votes on aid to Israel. McCarthy is schizophrenic. McCarthy is under the, he's under the control. He's a puppet of Trump. And by the way, Trump is really losing it. He's not making any sense. I mean, more and more and more, he's making less and less sense. Trump is. The world. Okay, I was just saying what a tangled web we weave. Oh, this is a bee. I thought it was a spider. These glasses have got to go. But it kind of looks like a spider, and we're in Halloween season. Anyway, so Kevin McCarthy is going to make a case for being reinstalled as speaker, and the Knight of Cups, he's going to make an offering. He's going to make an offering. I don't know if he could be like temporary speaker, but it feels like he's going to make an offering. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just reading on that he's going to make an offering. And it does have to do with what's going on the world stage. The California governor signed a bill banning red dye #3, so you can't have any blood costumes for Halloween. I don't like those kind anyway. Thank you, Warren, for putting my information up that if you want to mail me a check, you can. P.O. Box 5295, Gloucester, Mass. 01930. That's a good idea. Let's read on. I'm actually gonna read some cards on Trump's connections in all food. They finally banned that red dye. It's a carcinogen, right? That's good. Go, Gavin. We'll have to use ketchup instead for your Halloween costume. We're going to read on Donald Trump and how he's connected to all this. How he's connected to all this. I'm not saying whether Donald Trump is connected to all this. He's got his sticky fingers. Trump has had his sticky fingers in all of this. I'm not saying that he caused it, but he's definitely not, his hands are not clean. Thank you, Sandy. Let me ring the bell. Yeah. Yeah. It's disturbing. So I'm going to read on that, on DJT's connection, how he's involved in this indirectly. The ban on red dye is not in effect until 2027 in California. Why don't they just put it into effect now? Thank you, Makara. Thank you for the cards. I don't know why they don't put the ban on the food additives now. Why are they waiting for 2027? Oh, Electra Storm is saying that Trump did cause, Trump is involved in this. Who's saying puff, puff, pass? Joanne. Seven of Swords. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. It's, yeah. DJT is not innocent in what happened in Israel. Let's just rewind. See, this just happened Saturday afternoon here. This attack happened Saturday afternoon. And I'm waiting for all the pieces to fall into a certain order, like when you do a puzzle, because I'm, and this is starting to happen with all of us that are kind of paying attention, and especially if you follow the news like we do. Thank you. It's Thanksgiving Day in Canada. Happy Thanksgiving to Canada, and thank you for your support, Canadians. It's like a puzzle, and the puzzle pieces are coming together. And as if you've been following the news like I have, every day, the whole time Trump was in office, through January 6th, boy, I've been doing these videos for a long time. He was giving away secrets of Israel. He met with Kathy Beale, and we did a little back and forth emails. We have a show tomorrow, by the way. We have an astrology show tomorrow, 3 o'clock Eastern time. So we went back and forth with a couple of emails, and she pointed out when Trump had the Russian, I want to say informants in the White House early on, and Trump is all like, oh, the Saudis will take care of me, the Saudis will take care of me. And then he had the war plans for if there ever needed to be an attack on Iran. And if you follow all the threads, he's involved. He was giving away secrets. He was meeting with Putin behind closed doors without an interpreter present. I don't know how he ever got away with that. Yeah. Thank you, Catherine. I'm making money tonight. I feel rich. Thank you. He betrayed the whole country. It's just astounding to me how many things that Donald Trump got away with that nobody questioned. Thank you, Sharon. The Nine of Cups. Oh, yeah. Oh, the evidence. Trump is not a very smart criminal. He doesn't really hide his crimes very well. You guys are awesome. Yeah, actually, somebody's going to let the cat out of the bag in terms of, the guys are showing me like this whole bunch of information symbolically coming out of a bag. Like if you dumped a bag of mail on the floor or something. I see somebody with a whole bunch of information about how Trump was involved with these terrorists. Indirectly. But kind of, I feel like indirectly is the wrong word. I feel like it's kind of directly. Like in the movie The Omen. Yikes. Happy birthday, Marby. He released 5,000. Yeah, I mentioned that. He released 5,000 of the Taliban. And then Joe Biden went in to end the war in Afghanistan. It was like, because we're nothing can happen now. It's so tragic. The Nine of Cups is plenty of evidence that Trump had involvement here. At least direct and indirect involvement. Court ordered psych eval for 45? Maybe. Yes, I do see Iran's involvement. See, sometimes I say things that I think things that I think are factual. How much money did Trump make on the attack on Israel? See, I'm not sure he made money on it. I'm already walking a tightrope with what I've said thus far. He definitely, Trump definitely was involved with all his, antics, all his deals and everything. The Page of Wands is there somebody's going to tell the whole story, dump the whole bag of evidence out in front of it. Looks like a justice. Thank you, Maria. A justice. And I see the Nine of Cups as there's a lot of information. There's a lot of information. Totally unrelated topic, but today, thank you, Abigail. Totally unrelated topic, but I want to ask you guys, maybe it's not unrelated. Have you had the experience of Googling something lately? And like I Google MSNBC a lot because I just watch it on my iPad or my phone, which is kind of annoying because it always just cuts out mid reporting. But anyway, when I go to Google something, I just want to know if this has happened to you. Have you noticed that Chinese writing comes up? Anybody? Just let me know. Has anybody else seen that? Like you go to Google something and, for me it's when I Google MSNBC. And usually I click on, whatever I Google, I click on it to go to it. And I have clicked on it and I see Chinese writing. Well, Thomas doesn't because he doesn't use Google, but those that do. No, I'm getting no's, but I'm getting yes. Yes. Okay. All right. So there's several people that are saying that they've seen this. Has anybody asked about that? Has anybody wondered what's going on? Is it Arabic? I thought it was Chinese. I guess I didn't look that closely. Does anybody, well, I'm going to read on that right now. I'm going to read on that right now. When you're on YouTube, on TV, people are wondering about that. Well, Cheryl, go ahead and try and use Google and see if that happens for you. It looked Chinese to me. I'm on a Mac too. I'm on a MacBook too. That's what I'm doing this video on. Arabic or Chinese? Yes, yes. You went to Google and typed in MSNBC and Arabic and Chinese comes up. I'm actually going to... I have a VPN too. It's not that. No, that's not that. I'm going to read on that. It was Chinese. Yeah, I've seen Arabic on YouTube. I've seen people posting things and the writings in Arabic on YouTube. But when you go to Google MSNBC, you will see that's not what it's about. It's not that there's an Arabic guy who reposts MSNBC show. Well, that's YouTube. Okay, I'm pulling 3 cards about that. Marsha Baker says, I love you and... It's just started to happen in the past few months. Many countries are controlling our many media stations. That's what I'm thinking. It's a way of getting in. People freely use TikTok like it's, no big deal. We don't care the Chinese are spying on us. Yeah, Ten of Swords. It's a way that's the way that they're getting in. It's a way that our enemy countries are getting in. The Ten of Swords is they've done some damage. The Nine of Cups is the evidence of that will come out. I do see hearings. I'm kind of seeing in my mind's eye that there'll be hearings in our government about this. Speaking of our government, did you know that Dan Goldman was in Israel and he had to rush back? Dan Goldman was, I think he was at a wedding in Israel and he had to rush back. Poor guy. I mean, I think he had to leave his family behind. Anyway, yeah, they're getting the Ten of Cups, the Nine of Cups, the Ten of Swords. We're seeing different languages pop up when we Google things. We're one world, people. Chris Murphy was there too. I thought Cory Booker. Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I didn't know Chris Murphy was there. I heard Dan Goldman and Cory Booker. Irene sent a hug. Better late than never. Yeah, airports are closed now in Israel, so they made it back in a hurry. Cory Booker is in Israel now. He didn't make it back. Anyway, I'm reading on why we have Chinese writing coming up when we Google things. Yeah, Cory Booker was there too. I think it's C-O-R-Y. We're using the cards that Makara sent. All right. Yeah, they just made it back just in time. So here's what I read on that, on Chinese writing coming up. You're Googling something, it's like, I can't read Chinese. MSNBC is on my Comcast. I know that. Is that giving me some insight about it? China gets in by TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I've never wanted to be on TikTok, nor did I ever want to be on Twitter. I have an account on Twitter. I should really get rid of it. I never use it. Who owns Comcast? Probably the Chinese. Let's see how Joe Biden is doing, and just let's take another moment and send really positive energy to Joe Biden. Joe Biden worked in foreign relations. He's had a lot of experience, just like a Secretary of State would. Joe Biden is the man that's keeping us on the planet. I'm joking, but I'm not. Let's see how he's doing. My brain is just like, I cannot believe what's going on here. Everyone, okay, let's take a few seconds and give Joe Biden a group hug. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Group hug for Joe Biden. I think he really appreciates it. Yes, let's do that at least once a day. I mean, he knows what needs to happen, and he must be beside himself that our government's not working. And I don't think that he doesn't think about how the government being in disarray in Israel is a little bit too close to home. One for Kamala, too. Group hugs. So this is about Biden. Two of Swords, he's kind of stuck. I keep getting the Two of Swords about Joe Biden because we don't have a functioning government. Neither did Israel. There were lots of problems with Netanyahu for years and years and years and years and years. How about Trader Mike Flynn's brother? We're reading on Biden right now, but I heard that Mike Flynn, I don't know. Kathy texted me today, our resident astrologer, and she said that Mike Flynn is calling himself Michael the Archangel. Boy, almost. Trump was behind the hose, the whole chaos. Yeah. Am I still buffering? I saw a little glitch. Let me know. So Joe Biden, he can't do anything because we don't have a functioning government. Yeah, I saw that little glitch. We're back. Thank you for letting me know. Joe Biden is really thinking more about the world, keeping the world together right now. I buffered on that one. I'm back. Thank you, Marcia. All is well. Yay, that's my favorite chant from Church of Spirituality. The Three of Wands. Right now, Biden's mind is really on the world stage. They said Chuck Schumer is working around that. They have to have ways. It's blame it on the eclipses. So Joe Biden, yeah, he's figuring it out, but it's not easy. It's like trying to. It's like this is what I get about Joe Biden. It's like if you were trying to open a door to get into a room and there was a piece of furniture, heavy furniture that was on the other side and it was up against the door and it was really, really hard to push the door. That's the feeling that I get. Officially, the president can call the Congress back in session. We'll read on Tuberville. What a traitor. It's very suspect that these fascist Republicans, well, it's not suspect if I call them fascist Putin Republicans, and it's right there in front of you. But they don't want to up the national security. He needs to go. Hey, Yogi Bear. So what I see is that Joe Biden is really focused on the world right now. That's first and foremost on his mind. Rand Paul needs to go also. Yes, I do get the eclipse will work in Biden's favor, and we'll read on that tomorrow. So make sure you check out the show, and you can always watch it afterwards. Three of Wands, he's building alliances. I feel, well, you know what? This is like George W., back in the day. Was it George W. who called the three countries the axis of evil? I don't remember which countries. I think it was Iran was definitely one. What did George W. call the axis of evil? Which three countries? Anyway, I see the three of that. That's Joe Biden is looking at the countries that are the problem countries. Iraq, Iran, and North Korea. Iran, Russia, and North Korea. Is that right? Yeah, it was George W. Russia, Iran, and North Korea. Okay, yeah, he called it the axis of evil. That's what Joe Biden is looking at right now. So right now, Biden is focused really on, he's not focused on the economy at this moment. He's not focused on what's going on with the Republicans and the Democrats in this moment. What's going on with Donald Trump in this moment. Joe Biden's thinking about the world stage right now. I thought Iraq too. I thought when George W. said the axis of evil, I thought he was referring to, hey Christine, I thought he was referring to Iraq, Iran, and I'll have to look that up. Maria's saying, I never buy anything on Temu. God. Every single time that stupid ad comes up, it's a Chinese company, they're trying to be Amazon, and they talk about shoving it down your throat. They're advertising. Temu, I guess it is. Sorry, I'm all over the place. I always send feedback to Google. Not interested. Seen this ad too many times. Okay. Iraq, Iran, and North Korea were the axis of evil that George W. was talking about. I just was referencing that because I had the 3 of Wands and I'm asking about Joe Biden, and I got that Joe Biden is really focused 100% on what's going on the world stage because with 3 particular countries. Temu harvest financial info. Don't order anything from Temu. DeSantis is in trouble about COVID money. He's in trouble about a lot of things. And by the way, just to briefly mention something about DeSantis, the fascist, his campaign ended in August. He's done. It's over. And when you really think about what we're up against right now, and you think about the bozos that are in our government, like Marjorie Taylor Greene was out there, you know, the Jewish space lasers caused the forest fires in California. We need for her to go. All right, let's read on the obstructionists. There's a movement to expel Matt Gaetz, and Pinocchio has major problems yet. Let's take a look at the obstructionists, the Freedom Caucus. Or Marsha Blackburn. What about Marsha Blackburn? Cannot stand that woman. Pulling 3 cards about the Freedom Caucus and the obstructionists and what's going to happen with them. Yogi Bear is being fresh. I have the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Swords has to do with justice. So I'm asking about the obstructionists in the Putin Republican Party, and what I see is that this is justice. This is and it has to. There's that 3 of Wands again, which has to do with what's going on in the world stage right now. There's justice coming. The 8 of Pentacles is saying there is justice coming. They will be exposed because it's a matter of national security. Maria sending hugs to President Biden. They will be exposed. They will be even more exposed now. On Friday? No, yesterday. I saw that when I did a reading from the rocks yesterday, under videos, look it up. I saw that we were going to find out a whole lot more. Like, we had just scratched the surface about Trump revealing secrets to that Australian billionaire. We're going to find out a whole lot more. So as far as the obstructionists and the Freedom Caucus, the Matt Gaetz, the Marjorie Taylor Greenes, the Lauren Boeberts, and, you know, Gomer and Gosar, and I mean, they're all one more despicable than the other. What's going on in Israel right now is somehow going to out them. Yeah, 147 Republicans voted not to certify Biden's, not to accept Biden's election. Yeah, 147 Republicans. I know, we don't really think about it. I think about it all the time. Yeah, their days are numbered and they know it, but there's something about what happened in Israel, what happened with the Hamas and Israel, that is going to expose them even more. And I really do see that in the face of, God forbid, a 3rd World War, yeah, we can't let these yahoos be making decisions against our personal safety and security. And on that note, let's take out the Halloween cards when we read on Tuberville. Damon's starting trouble. What do you think of my decorations? Do you like my ghost? Can you see it? We're going for the Halloween cards. Louis Gohmert was part of it. Yes, he was part of it. 147 people in our Congress didn't want to certify, they didn't want to acknowledge a free and fair election. Can you see the ghost? Yeah, you can see the ghost. I see it. All right. I got you guys flowers and a Halloween ribbon and a little pumpkin. I'm doing my best to make you happy. I hope it works. Tuberville. Where's the lava lamp? I gotta get a lava lamp. That's a great idea. Let's read on Tuberville. When I think about Tommy Tuberville, I've read on him before, and I've gotten that he's not exactly comfortable holding up the military. Well, I hope he's not exactly comfortable with that. But what I get on him is he has made some kind of a pact to not back down on holding up the military promotions. So what I'm going to do is ask if he's got a pact. I did read on this before, and I got Russian connections. Are there Russian connections to Tuberville? Are there Putin connections to Tuberville? Not quite exactly. Will you be seeing Sister Annette again at Halloween? We shall see. Okay. Is Tuberville working for an enemy? Is he working for the enemy? Is he sleeping with the enemy? I think he might just be an idiot. There's a Q in Calgary in Canada. She calls herself Queen. It's QAnon. Those people are crazy. Is Tuberville just being a stupid fat idiot? No, there's more to it. There's more to it. Oh, thank you. When you watch the videos, you feel happy. So the decorations do work. Okay, I need to get to the bottom of this because Tuberville, I don't get that he's directly working with an enemy country. What could it be? Is he being paid off by like a right wing, like a right? Yes, he's being paid off by a right wing extremist organization. That's really strong. He's being paid off by an extremist right wing organization. I'm getting compliments on my decorations now. And Thomas is saying, Goblin Ball, Goblin Ball. He works directly for Trump. Tuberville. Yeah, well, what I'm getting is it's some kind of right-wing extremism. Really strongly, he's being paid. And I get that Tuberville has really convinced himself that it's very, very bad, that abortion is very, very, very bad. Let me tell you something. Trump is out there, and they're all out there saying things that aren't true about abortion. And I don't have to get into it because we have enough horrible things to look into. These are the Halloween tarot cards. I have lost my witch's tarot cards. I don't know where I put them. They always show up eventually. It's like rocks, you know, it's like crystals and stones. Sometimes you just lose them because they're not right for you for that time. And then they come back. Tuberville. 3 cards on Tuberville. Let's see. Abortion is just his excuse, not the real reason he's doing this. Well, Rita, what I get is that he's doing this, Tuberville's doing this because he's being paid big bucks. And then I feel Clarence Thomas energy, so it's the same. There's some faction of the right-wing extremists, some organization that are extremists. You know, they call themselves Christians. Don't even get me started. Tuberville. The Knight of Wands. These might be my favorite cards. The Knight of Wands. He likes being like, oh, I'm holding up the military. What a stupid idiot. Why don't they be raptured up? I was trying to think of that word today. It starts with an R. It starts with that's the end of the world. It's Armageddon. It's the rapture. He loves the attention. He's a paid puppet. Yes, that's definitely what I'm getting. The King of Wands. Oh, well, look at this. This is a King of Wands about Tuberville. And this is like, this is Trump. That is Trump. Look at him. He's kind of like saying, come on over here. A rapture. Tuberville is puttering, you think? The Eight of Wands. There's going to be quick, what I see is, I see really quick action with Tuberville. It's kind of like, get out of the way. We have work to do. He's definitely putting us in danger. I see Tuberville being shoved to the side in no uncertain terms. This is the Eight of Wands. It's fast moving action. The party of the military is blocking the military. It's crazy. Oh yeah, This is really it's what's going on in the world right now is shifting everything as wars. Unfortunately, wars shift everything, and it makes us value what really is important. Do you hope Tommy Tuberville ends up indicted? Well, let's see. Will he end up indicted? What I get about him is that it's kind of like money is allowed in politics, and it's going to be hard to get him indicted for taking money. You know, it's all the lobbyists and the corruption. But I feel like the NRA kind of, it's like, that there's no gun laws because of the NRA paying off all these politicians. With Tuberville and this abortion issue, it's some funding. Let me see. Is it in the millions? Is Tuberville getting funding from the right-wing extremists? Yeah, I already asked that. Is it in the millions, or is it more than in the millions? It's more than in the millions. How much money does he have? Maybe, well, the guy's just saying that some of his money is hidden. It's not traceable. Look at my arm. I scraped myself on a thorn. Like, that's kind of Halloween. Anyway, show my battle scars. Okay, is Tuberville getting more than 500 million from a right-wing extremist group? Is it more than 500 million? I'm getting that it's more than 500 million. Whoa. Is it 525 million for entertainment purposes only? I feel like the pendulum, it's right around, it feels like around 500 million. And I also get that it's not just that, but it's favors too. There's a lot of favors. Think Clarence Thomas. I don't know, Damon. That's a great question. How does one person have all this power? I don't see him keeping this power for very much longer in light of what's going on the world stage and we are in danger. If you saw my video on Thursday, I was pretty freaked out at how much danger we're in. And then I was driving back to my office after I made that video, and I heard, I had mentioned this. That's when I heard, after I did that video on Thursday, that Trump just told our highest top secret information to the Australian billionaire. Professional crooks, yeah. And these professional crooks are really making it hard on all of us. I'm going to pull 3 cards about whether we are facing a threat. Remember we had that national alert? Reader says his worth now is 4.4 million, so he's probably just ran for office to get richer. I feel like he's got money hidden. That's what I feel like. Tuberville has money hidden. He's made promises. When I think when I think of Tuberville, I keep on seeing Clarence Thomas. In the sense that it's really similar energy. Marge is saying, hi, Annette and chat room folks. Hope we're doing well tonight. We're doing as good as can be expected. Yeah, well, Trump was, well, let's ask about that because Lisa is saying she's having trouble thinking that Trump didn't take money for those secrets to the Australian billionaire. I keep getting that he was just being a big fat idiot. Okay, we're going to read on that. I feel like he was just showing off. Why are you apologizing, Rose Blue? You're saying, I'm sorry, my whole family is military. Why are you apologizing for that? I don't understand. That doesn't make sense to me. Thank you. Thank your family for their service. Did Trump get money from that information? No, he just isolated himself. He just made it worse. He just, incriminates himself all over the place. The King of Pentacles. He was just doing it to be a, I don't know, like the big man on campus. Oh, thank you to the moderators. Thanks, Kathy. So, are you talking about Tuberville's wife? Does he have a wife? Honestly, sometimes I find out that these people actually have a wife, and I'm just like, does Tuberville have a wife? Jeez, yikes. Like, I think Jim Jordan's married, isn't he? Matt Gaetz is married. Gets worse. King of Pentacles, Queen of Swords. Yeah, Trump was trying to look like a big shot. Tommy Tuberville's married? Oh, gross. It's insane. Ted Cruz is married. And now I'm going down the list in my head. Yikes. Trump isolated himself by doing that. I really do feel like we're going to learn a whole lot more about what else Trump said. That was just scratching the surface. Yes, Ted Cruz is married. The other one can be married too. Jeez. Somebody mentioned Mitch McConnell. Mitch McConnell's married. Let's see. Okay. Let's read on Matt Gaetz. Tuberville probably makes his wife call him coach. Mike Pence is married. Oh, God. These people are so weird. Mitch got married twice to Elaine. Man. McConnell's wife is half his age. I'm going to read on Matt Gaetz because I have my Halloween cards and they're perfect. What's the fate of Matt Gaetz? Everybody hates Matt Gaetz. I should write a song. Yogi Bear says Matt's going down fast. Damon, I think Elaine Chao married Mitch for money only. Mike Pence. Matt Gaetz. Oh, well, I just see this looks like a magic wand that's going to be waved over Matt Gaetz. And here the witches are on the cauldron. Look out. The women are coming after Matt Gaetz, and it's not because they think he's sexy. Just so you know. Elaine Child's family has oodles of money. That doesn't really matter. There's never enough. When you have that much money, you just keep wanting more. Are you guys saying that Elaine Child wouldn't have married for money? Because she has money? I beg to differ on that. Yes, put up the, thank you for putting up that you're in a military family. Chuck Feeney died today. I don't know who that is. Anyway, as far as Matt Gaetz goes, yeah, this is like the magic wand is going to cast a not very good spell on him. I see the Three of Cups. The women are like, yes, get him. And the Queen of Cups. There's some female. I've been getting this consistently all along that he's going to get in trouble, and it has to do with females. Blonde Blue is saying they're all cooks who don't know a damn thing about. Do you mean crooks? I thought you were going to say they're all cooks and they don't know a damn thing about cooking. They don't know anything about love, honor, and respect. Yes, that's true. They don't know anything about love, honor, and respect. They don't. They don't have that gene. Gaetz' timing to pull his stunt is awful. That's true. That's true. But the one thing is for sure, everything is right in front of us being revealed. Did you hear the bell? That's the 8 o'clock bell here. No more seagulls. They go to sleep in the winter. Or they don't hang out here in the winter. Let's look at Marjorie Taylor Greene. Let's look at how I mean, like, I will not torture myself by going to find out what they posted on social media. What these crazy, stupid, idiot, Putin fascists posted on social media. I don't know. I don't want to know what they're saying. What would I do with $1.55 billion? I'd give it all away. I don't need money to make me happy. I like to have a lot of money. I don't know what that is, but I don't know what that's like. But if I had billions, I would give it all away. I would. I'd probably keep maybe I'd keep 100 million. Marjorie Taylor Greene. Just occurred to me that it's almost time for my commercial break. I mean, have you guys seen what they've been saying on social media? I'm afraid to look. You know, money can't buy happiness, but you sure would like to give it a try. Is that a song? Sounds like a song, Marge. Okay. I'm just saying, I'm happy, but it's not because I have money, because I don't really. I mean, it's just average income. Marjorie Taylor Greene is going to be carrying a heavy, heavy burden. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to know what they're saying on social media. It will just upset me more. It's already been a very upsetting time. And I know it seems like it just keeps getting worse. 10 of Wands. Marjorie Taylor Greene has a lot of burden on her right now. She's not in a comfortable place. She doesn't know what she's talking about. That's what the guides are saying. She's not in a comfortable place because she doesn't know what she's talking about. You thought I was rich? I'm rich in spirit. And the King of Pentacles, yeah, this is Trump. She is glomming on to Trump like she needs him like air to breathe. She's on testosterone. All right, since you brought it up, Anne, how about this one? Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend. Did you hear this? It was about a week or so ago. I think they were probably at a Trump rally. Marjorie Taylor Greene's boyfriend was saying that liberal women are homely and they dress like men and they don't shave their armpits. Now, not for anything, but he's not with a woman who has a petite little fairy-like nose and he's not with somebody who's, the stereotypical beautiful, delicate, mousy woman. What's his name? Brian something? No, he was saying, he literally said that liberal women dress like men, like don't wear makeup. I don't know if he said that exactly, but he alluded to it. They dress like men and they don't shave their armpits and they're homely. That's what he said. And then you look at who he's with. Does she shave her armpits? I can't even believe I'm talking about this. See the low level that they caused me to go to. He said they're ugly. He said they're ugly. Yeah. Like, it's relative, right? Can Biden not do anything about Tuberville? I actually see things being done about Tuberville. Yeah, Maria just said it. She doesn't think Marjorie Taylor Greene is all that attractive. She really isn't. And it's because she's a terrible person. If she was a nice, kind, beautiful, loving person, she would be beautiful. They're so shallow. What effing year is this anyway? And he dressed up like a woman himself. Thank you, Shallow. Can you say projection? I still think he's going to leave her and he's going to spill the beans. I really do. For money. Why can't we hold Tuberville's paycheck? I don't know, we can go back and read about Tuberville if you want. But I think it's time for my commercial. It's just all about me, so hang in there. Let me get my sign because this is really important. Hang on. This is really important because all of a sudden it's time to learn how to read the tarot online. The live stream will be this Wednesday. Do you want to be in on this live stream? It's at a medieval castle right here on the coast, and go to psychicannetteDion.com. Tarot at the castle. I got the tea. Don't worry, we're not done yet. And there's so many people that have asked me about tarot classes, okay? So here it is. And you don't even have to invest hours and hours and hours. It's just 2 hours. And then you get a recording of the class afterwards so you can have it forever and ever. It's going to be so much fun. Let me put this back so you all remember. We got to name the ghost. Also, don't you think it's time for you to get a reading? There's like 2 eclipses. Oh, John signed up. Yay! Don't you think you need a reading? There's like 2 eclipses this month. One is on Saturday. We're going to be talking about that tomorrow. PsychicAnnetteDion.com. Oh, thank you for pointing out that things are going well on the population front, the popularity front. Thank you. 2 major eclipses, major shifts happening in the world, not pleasant, but major shifts are happening in your life too. They're probably pleasant. No, Lauren Boebert won't be reelected, Warren. Don't ask stupid questions. I'm just teasing you. You know I'm just teasing you, right? You do know that. Warren can take it. Please join Grassroots of Democracy. We need to save our democracy. We need to get our national security back. We need to get sanity back. We need to have all Democrats. More Democrats running in elections winning. Oh, you're singing it all the time. Grassrootsofdemocracy.com. And we have 20 on Tuesdays. It's a guided meditation for a healed America. And it's all good, Warren. Guided meditation for a healed America. Every Tuesday, we call it 20 on Tuesdays. Grassroots Ghosty, I like it. That might win. That might win. Sanity, what's that? I agree. So we meet on Tuesdays. We also meet for a discussion group every Thursday. We've been meeting since January of 22, every single week, 3 times a week. We meet also on Saturdays. We're writing postcards for Virginia. Virginia needs to go blue. So come to our meetings. We talk about what needs to be done. We're always expanding. We're always growing. We will make you feel comfortable because, you know, we're all finding out together what's going on and what needs to be done. And we're very, very, very active. And Church of Spirituality, if you're not watching it, you're missing an opportunity to make your life better and to be inspired. So check it out. I don't know when the George Clooney movie is coming out, but I feel like it's soon. When you become a member, you get an affirmation in your inbox. You get to start your day. If you check your email in the morning, like most people do, you get an affirmation in the morning to start your day. And it's really good. And also, if you are a member, when you're a member at the upper 2 levels, which is just a subscription to my channel, you are invited to a psychic party the last Saturday of the month, but this month it's going to be on the 3rd Saturday because I have the Goblin Ball that I'm working at the castle. So check that out. Grassy the Ghost. We'll toss some ideas around. And that's all I can think of, but I always leave something out. Oh, also tomorrow we're having our astrology show, Spirit Talk Podcast. It will be right here on my channel under the lives. And Kathy is an amazing astrologer, and we are going to... John likes the affirmations. Good, you're good. We're going to go over what's going on with all these eclipses and everything, and just so you know, it doesn't look good for DJT. Bell, bell, bell. Is that what it says? Ball, ball, ball. Oh, the Goblin Ball. I can't see. I thought it said bell, bell, bell. Yeah, the Goblin Ball, though, was sold out in a day. But I'm going to see if I can send you guys some video. Can't wait for 3 o'clock Eastern time tomorrow when we're live streaming the astrology show. It's going to be a lot. I might ask our guy to let us do a longer show tomorrow. The bell. Okay. What else do we have to look at? There's so much. Yes, if Virginia... Okay, let me read this because this is important. Yes, if Congress turned Virginia red, Youngkin might decide to run for president. Well, here's the thing. If Virginia turns red, it's kind of over for the Democrats. And I don't get that it's going to turn red. Or redder. Last show was terrific. The astrology show. Yeah, we're going to actually look at, in our astrology show tomorrow, we're going to look at the solar eclipse. We're going to look at what went on in Israel astrologically. We have that chart. We have, I asked Kathy to look up Jim Jordan's chart. Let's read about Jim Jordan. Do you remember? Joe Biden at 1 p.m. tomorrow. Good to know. Thank you. The last time I read on Jim Jordan, I said that I really felt him going for the speakership with a lot of trepidation. Yes, join everyone in helping Virginia turn blue. I think it will. 140 seats are up for grabs in Virginia. Yeah. That's true. Thank you, Marge. You're so sweet. Help me if you can. Jim Jordan, I said I felt like he was very nervous about if he got to be speaker. He's very nervous that if he gets to be speaker, he'll have the spotlight on him. The funny thing was when I said that on Thursday or Friday, I think it was Friday, I was thinking, well, maybe he's so nervous because he was a witness. He was a material witness. He was like Liz Cheney. Listen to Liz Cheney's talk. It's on YouTube. I shared it on my community page. Jim Jordan was more involved and knew what Donald Trump had planned more than anybody else did. So I was thinking when I read on Jim Jordan last week that I was picking up all this trepidation and nervousness about if he did get to be speaker, that he'd really have the spotlight on him. And lo and behold, I thought it would be about January 6th that he was so nervous, but it's about the sexual assault, was it the University of Ohio? And George Clooney has a movie coming out. Yeah, Kathy Bill has Professional Aquarian on YouTube. Check that out too. Ohio, right? So that's what's coming out. So that's what's coming out. Yeah, Ohio State. Thank you. Yeah, and this went on for years. They had a crazy, sick doctor who was sexually assaulted all the guys on the wrestling team. And Jim Jordan ignored it. And he could go to jail. He'd already be in prison if he worked at Penn State. Yeah, he could go to jail. Is that what I was picking up on that he's so super nervous about? Yep. Yep. Oh, by the way, I see people mentioning, doesn't Annette have PNN on Wednesdays? I forgot to say that I have to skip Wednesday this week. If I can, I'll jump on and do a quick one during the day. But don't plan. I haven't figured out how to be in two places at one time. So Wednesday night, just this week, we won't have PNN. That's why you have to sign up for the class. Tuberville has no qualifications to be a senator. Wasn't he just a football coach? Did Donald Trump have any qualifications to be president of the United States? He's a failed businessman. Is Jim Jordan going to eventually go to prison for his crimes? Will he eventually go to prison for his crimes? It's kind of like going around in a circle. That means there's not enough energy going in that direction yet. Yeah, there's tapes of the wrestlers telling about their experiences. That's just what I'm asking now, Damon. Will Jim Jordan be prosecuted? Will he be prosecuted for his crimes? Yeah, I actually see a big troop of people rallying to get him removed from his position. Is Jim Jordan going to lose his seat? Is Jim Jordan going to lose his seat? That looks like a yes. Penn State had a similar issue with a coach. And what happened to him? What happened to him? Did he end up in jail? Oh, Australia vetted Trump when he wanted to build a business there. Yeah, speaking of Trump, I mean, let's remember. I remember this. I don't know if you guys remember this, but before Trump threw his hat in the ring to run for president, well, no, way before that. When Trump, prior to him getting that gig on The Apprentice, prior to Trump doing that show, that reality show, what was in the news prior to that was that he was declaring bankruptcy all over the place, and all of a sudden he shows up on this show called The Apprentice. Remember that? Failed businessman. And I couldn't believe it. In 2015, I had people saying to me, not too many, but people that were thinking people that I thought, what? Saying this. Well, don't you think we need a businessman in the White House? Not a failed one. We don't need a businessman in the White House. We don't need a reality star in the White House. We need a serious person in the White House. Gloria remembers. She was there. I'm going to read on Donald Trump. I'm going to read on whether he's going to lose everything. All the news, understandably, today has been on Israel, so we didn't hear much news, unless Midas Touch probably covered a lot about Trump's troubles. The USA is not a business; it's a country. We might as well let Kim Kardashian. I've never watched one of those shows. Well, Kanye was put his hat in the ring. Remember that? We need serious people. We need smart people. Our lives depend on it. This is about Trump. whether Trump is going to lose all his money. Well, whether Trump is going to lose all his money. What do you think of that? You guys can read it. Do you think Trump is going to lose all his money? Looks like that guy just wants to cut it all off. Yes. The lover card. Trump. This is about his fans. This is about his fans. He's just going to keep appealing to his base over and over and over. Yes, I do get that he's moved money offshore. I do get that. I definitely get that. He's looking to his connections. This is about him still appealing to his base. By the way, over the weekend, Trump started talking about Hannibal Lecter. I do see civil suits against Jim Jordan, yes. Anyway, this concerns me a little bit because it does look like he's trying to appeal to our enemy countries. Yeah, but that's also about his base. But but New York will be shut down. Griftco in New York will be shut down. There was a major earthquake in Afghanistan, 1,000 people died, and you're not hearing about it on the news. The reason you're not hearing it about it on the news is we're in overload, and I'm sure it was mentioned on the news, and we have to pray for the people in Afghanistan too. It's so much. It's so much bad news. So let me know what you guys are doing to lift your energy up. Yeah, did you guys hear that? Did you hear him talking about Hannibal Lecter? You're like, what is this? What's he talking? And then he's talking about President Biden shouldn't wear a bathing suit. It's like, what is this? Just random stuff that pops into his mind? By the way, I wrote Fox Faux News a doozy of an email the other day. I wrote, this was on Saturday before we heard about what was going on in Israel. And I sent it to some people that are in Grassroots of Democracy. I sent a scathing email to Fox about Gutfield saying that voting doesn't matter and we should just not even bother. What are you saying? 45's cheese done flew off his cracker, I'm telling you. Oh, Mike Lindell. Speaking of failed businessmen, Trump is absolutely losing his mind. Let's pull 3 cards on Mike Lindell. They're really similar. Nilda listens to classical music. That's uplifting. I cook. I like to chop vegetables. It's fun for me. You gotta have a good knife, but. Let's read on Kevin Marshmallow and see if he's actually going to run for speaker. Actually, we're just going to read on Kevin Marshmallow's energy. I know I already kind of looked at it, but I want to look at it again. Oh, Kevin Marshmallow McCarthy, the fool. A marshmallow fool. They should have a marshmallow, like a marshmallow peep that's a fool card. That would be cool. Justice. Kevin Marshmallow McCarthy. I wonder why the Justice card is coming up for Kevin Marshmallow. Julie chops vegetables for therapy too. Yeah, and if you're really into chopping vegetables, you can make some amazing soups. The King of Pentacles. Okay. I think that Trump wants Kevin McCarthy to I think that Trump is gonna coax him. But he would be a fool to run again for speaker, Kevin Marshmallow, and Justice is here. So I don't think he'll be eligible. Yeah, Matt Gaetz will just make a motion to oust him again. Let's ask this. How much longer will Matt Gaetz be? Will Matt Gaetz be ousted? Yeah, I asked again and I got yes again. All right. I have some tea. Can I just tell you? You don't have a good knife, so you really dislike chopping things? You gotta get a good knife. You have to have a good knife. It's a game changer. You will go from I hate to cook to I love to cook. I promise. I just want to tell you that it was a really heavy day, and it's been a really heavy time, but it's really nice to be together. Isn't it? Tell your friends. I mean, it's really nice to be together because we can talk and chat, and we're lifting the energy just being here and laughing and playing and naming the ghost and talking about tarot at the castle, and just don't chop off your fingers. With a sharp knife, you're less likely to chop off your fingers. Get your own whetstone and sharpen your knives, Thomas says. Thomas, I guess, is cooking too. My favorite knives are from Global Cutlery. Yeah, I just speaking of Kevin Marshmallow McCarthy, yeah, I don't see that. I see the fool card, which was just saying it would be foolish, but I kind of see Trump trying to talk him into running again. I don't know why. Doesn't make sense to me. Yes, don't you feel better than you did earlier, like almost an hour and a half ago? Now it changed since I drank. What changed? I'm so confused. A few more cards. All right, who do we definitely have to... Yeah, John's having a good time too. Who do we definitely... And thanks for coming to the Grassroots of Democracy, John. I hope you come back, especially tomorrow night for our meditation. Come to our meditation, and even if you can't make it to the meditation for 20 on Tuesdays, you will get the recording of the meditation. So, can't lose. I don't want to read on Israel because it's just too hard. So, what would you... Thanks, Marge. What would you like me to read on before we go to the tea leaves? Mike Lindell? That's too easy. What do you want to know about Mike Lindell? I think Mike Lindell is going to serve... I have this sense, when I think of Mike Lindell, I have the sense of like Alan Weisselberg. Not that he'd go to Rikers, but... And Rudy's going to jail too. Oh, you get a free bag when you join Grassroots of Democracy too. You get a free tote bag. Who will be indicted next? On which case? China's reaction to us. Jared. We'll read on Jared. Because those other questions are just too broad. Read on the trail. Read on the trail? You mean the trial? I'm going to read on Jared because it's kind of relevant. You're welcome, Marilyn. It's my pleasure. You guys totally lift me up. I'm going to read on Jared because here's the deal. Something was going on with Jared and the Saudis and the $2 billion and the... I see breach. Jared Kushner had no business. What was he bragging about? Back in the day, during that time when he was a foreign correspondent or something? Jared Kushner. You don't need to have any experience. You just need to be corrupt, apparently. So, the Saudis, the $2 billion, he said he was going to create peace in the Middle East. Trump bragged about it. He was bringing peace to the Middle East, right? They did the opposite. Jared did the opposite. Do you remember that? They were all going around like, oh, we made peace in the Middle East, nobody else could do it. Bannon was behind ousting McCarthy. Bannon's he's just an evil person. Yeah, Kushner was the head of Middle East peace. Remember, the demonic turns things backwards. I've dropped a card. It's a Jared card, 6 of Swords. This has to do with January 6th. Remember Jared was out of the country during January 6th? Mm-hmm. I do get that Steve Bannon will be going back to jail. Yep. And he was, you know what, when we talk about Khashoggi, that heinous murder, all murders are heinous, but that was, can't even think about it. When that happened, when I looked at it, I saw Jared with the Mohammed bin Salman in a meeting, and the prince said that this was what they were going to do with Khashoggi, and I always just see Jared turn his head. He knew about January 6th. Jared definitely knew about. Yeah, and Khashoggi was an American citizen. I really have always gotten Jared's hands in that. He definitely has blood on his hands. For entertainment purposes only, but, you know, I call them for psychic facts. If I feel something strongly, to me I coined my own phrase, psychic facts. So what I see is justice coming for Jared. I said a long time ago that I saw him being prosecuted for international crimes. And the Queen of Swords. And your little Ivanka, too. And the 6th, yeah. So that's, he knew all about January 6th. January 6th has ties to Putin, too. It's Jared, if you're looking for the right spelling. Yeah, that's why he got $2 billion. Yeah, that's why he got $2 billion from the Saudis. Yep. We should probably read cards that are on a light note. Jared is a traitor. Boy, there's so many of them. What story was Khashoggi working on? He was against the corruption of bin Salman, and, you know. And after that murder, they sent Pompeo to Saudi Arabia to get a bag of cash. So corrupt. So corrupt. So we need to really pray for protection for all nations. Read on you then, you're late. Is Jack onto Jim Jordan for the January 6th involvement? Absolutely. Yeah, the Saudi prince. I felt like he told Jared, we're going after Khashoggi. Don't worry, the light is stronger and love is the most powerful force in the entire universe. Let's pull 3 community cards. We'll do that. There's a lot of flipping going on too, so just keep that in mind. At Grassroots of Democracy on our 20 on Tuesdays meetings, go to grassrootsofdemocracy.com. You want to join us for that healing meditation. It's very powerful. And then we talk about the readings from Sunday. It's just an hour-long meeting. You can fit it in. So as far as what's going to go on for the next couple of days, let me remind you, I'm doing tarot at the castle on Wednesday, so I won't be doing a PNN. I'll post a notice too. Yes, we'll get to the tea. We'll get to the tea. Hold your horses. These are the community cards. 5 of Pentacles, we're going to see a lot of loss, a lot of grief, a lot of people that are suffering. Obviously, the Wheel of Fortune, there's going to be a turn. I'm kind of feeling like this is about something to do with Israel, and we're going to find out a lot very quickly about who was behind Hamas. We need a lot more Jack Smith. Yeah, well, you know, he's keeping a low profile, understandably. The King of Wands. Netanyahu is kind of up to no good, too, just so you know. I don't think that Netanyahu didn't know anything. Iran? Yeah. We're going to find out. Yeah, I just feel like this week we're going to find out exactly what went on there with that attack on Israel and now full-out war. Because it kind of feels like Netanyahu was like, he kind of knew, but he ignored it. That's what I feel about Netanyahu. He kind of knew, and then he ignored it, and then And now he's going to be all like a warmonger kind of. Yeah. He's going to be like, oh, we're just going to get them. It's not good. It's not good. Let's look at the tea leaves. I see an elephant. I do. I see an elephant. Hang on. Let me check my book. Excuse me. I forgot what an elephant means. But look at this. Oh, well, I have two books. Elephant. Elephants are really spiritual. Like Ganesh. 20. Let's see what it says about elephant. Because that's definitely an elephant. Oh, where is my elephant gone? Hang on. Patience and kindness surround you. Patience and kindness. Let me show you what I'm seeing. See, it's, maybe you can't see it like I can see it. There's an elephant there. But it's just like, that's his snout, his... I feel like I'm seeing something that nobody else can see. Anyway, elephant has to do with kindness. There's a lot of kindness coming in. So in the face of tragedy, there will be, it does bring out people's love and kindness. Netanyahu and Biden are both Scorpios. Thanks for that info. We're going to probably read on him tomorrow. You see it? I'm not crazy. So there's an elephant and it's above Saturn. So it does represent kindness and there's a plus there. So there will be more kindness. There will be more kindness and love. Like big. Like, you know, like elephants they're big and they're gentle, right? And also I see a bow. When things get really tough, the love comes out. Yeah. When things get really tough, the love comes out. I see children being protected. I'm not really sure. I mean, we know there's heinous things happening, but I do see something being done. Maybe the children get shipped out of Israel. I'm not really sure, but I just see a movement to rush in and to help the women and the children. I'm not sure how that's going to transpire. I definitely see... Well, this is interesting because I see women and children, and there's like angels rising up to heaven here. So we're losing some souls, but those souls want you to know that when they cross over, they're at peace. You see an Indian warrior dancing? I mean, as heinous as this is, they just want us to know that when they die, they're at peace. They go to a beautiful spiritual realm, as horrible as this is, and we don't want people to die like that. Do you want to tell me what else you see? Oh, it's Indigenous Peoples Day. Happy Indigenous Peoples Day. It's hard to say that. Indigenous Peoples Day, but I like it better than Columbus Day. You see a star. Yeah. Nice. There are reasons to be hopeful, and just know that I definitely see angels there, and I see kind of a wizard too. Remember, and I see a wishbone. Remember the power of the law of attraction, and be careful not to get sunk into the grief and the mourning and the tragedy and the trauma. Women hostages fulfilling their soul destiny. Yeah, when you look at it like, you know, from a huge, big perspective, things shift with war. We hate war. Things shift with war. It's factual. And it does, tragedy brings out the goodness in people. You see a camel? Do you see a camel? I see women in dresses. Let's look up camel. The camel is a beast of burden and symbolizes life's burdens and pressures. We may feel overloaded with responsibilities and commitments, but patience, strength, and determination will help us reach a calm oasis in the near future. So you're going to see a coming together of world leaders here. You see A worm blowing a horn. Okay, now it's getting crazy. You see a dragon. If you guys want to read tea leaves, this is called the Cup of Destiny. You can look it up. I love it. It was a gift a long time ago. I've had it for a long time. And I just started reading tea leaves when MSNBC kept saying they wanted to read the tea leaves. War is an evil organism. It really is. And it's just amazing that we still do war. It's unbelievable. I do see an eagle. I think that America is going to rise out of the morass of what we've been in. I do see Democrats kind of stomping on their foot and going, we're not going to take it anymore with these fascist Republicans. So get involved. It's been really fun to hang out with you. It's 95 minutes. Yeah, I do see the souls ascending and the going to the angels. So pray a lot. Pray a lot. This is a Cup of Destiny. That's the book that came with it. Yeah, Jewish centers are on high alert for violence. Yeah, I don't know why people would be coming after them. It doesn't make any sense. Some of these things just don't make any sense. But we're here, we're together, and we're spreading the love. So pass it on. And I'll probably make another announcement about tarot at the castle. If you want to learn to read the tarot, you should take advantage of this. It's going to be fun. All right. We'll see you soon. Namaste. Come to Grassroots of Democracy. Have a great night.